guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, and welcome back to episode number 6 of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode here in NHL 19. So if you guys wouldn't mind, make sure to go down to that like button down below, make sure to hit it, subscribe if you guys are new, and check out the last episode of our series, episode number 5. If you didn't watch it yet, make sure to go down to the link in the description to go check that out if you missed it. Also, make sure to go check out intotheam.com and use code BOJO for 10% off your entire order. And before I continue along with you guys, yes, we're on episode number 6 now, so we made it even farther than we have with our Vegas series, so make sure to drop a like for that. But also, I'm going to leave a link on the video itself in the top right hand corner using the exclamation point. I know a lot of you guys watch this franchise mode series, but I would really appreciate it if you guys haven't seen the first episode of our Hockey Ultimate Team Series Pack Platoon. The link for that will be on the screen right now. It'll also be in the description, so make sure you guys go check that out. The first episode dropped on Saturday. That should either be twice a week or a once a week series, so I definitely want to make sure that you guys tune in for that. It's either only going to be Wednesdays and Saturdays or only on Saturdays. I haven't really thought it out too much yet, but if you guys haven't watched that first episode yet, make sure to go do so. We get a pretty nasty little pull in that video. All right, but let's focus in on franchise mode, shall we? So we are here in free agency. Last time I took a look at all of the available free agents for you guys to go look at, and I actually did some research, and not really research, I did some overviewing of my team again, and I wrote down some notes to specifically look for certain things in free agency of what I wanted to do. So let's go to the comments section, shall we? And we'll start off with Josh. Still amazed that you got that as your YouTube username, but he says tank one more year to get Lafreniere. Is it Lafreniere or Lafreniere? Either way, Alexis hopefully will be making his way onto our Montreal Canadiens team, because we might be tanking again. Who knows? But it's a good sign we might be tanking again. Butch and the Dutch says to sign Yanni Gord and switch Poulin to a sniper on the right wing. So that's honestly not a bad idea. That way we can vary up our winger sniper situation. I'm pretty sure, was he a left winger? Maybe he was even a center, I'm not sure, but that's a good idea to switch him to the right wing. And then a bunch of other people just giving me some criticisms of our draft as an overall. The pronunciation of Cousins, I believe it is pronounced, Couzins, is believed to be the way that's pronounced. So we'll go with Cousins for right now. And a bunch of people want me to go out and sign Yanni Gord. A couple of people looking to maybe get signed Pacioretty and then maybe trade him to Vegas so that we kind of make it like the real life NHL. That'd be pretty interesting if we can get that going. But yeah, other than that, we're looking pretty good there on the comments section. So thank you guys who left your comments. So as I said, I took some notes down about what to be looking for free agency as regards to our contracts. So I'm going to go to my contracts screen right here because I need to see how many contracts I have available. I have 6 available spots. Okay, so in free agency, we need to be looking for a backup for our NHL team and a AHL starter. For our defense, we need a bunch of AHL defensemen and then maybe 1 to 2 top 4 D-men for the NHL team. And then forwards, we need pretty much anybody good, maybe 2 minor league depth signings for the AHL team. So I'm not sure if we could fit all that in contract with our contract limit here. I might have to let some players go on our team. I'm not really sure if there's anybody who we technically can let go at the current time, just looking at our squad. You know, just taking a look at our contract situation, I don't think there's anybody else that we can really let go. Maybe like Skalinka is somebody who we could possibly let go since he's only on one more year of his contract for D-men. Like, I bet there's a bunch of forwards we can let go, like Waked. Yeah, we can definitely, like, Antoine Waked, he could probably go. That'll free up a contract spot. I could definitely buy out a bunch of these guys as well, or maybe just trade them for draft picks at the current moment, which I probably might end up doing, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so Skalinka and Waked, yep, we know we can package those 2 guys together. Is there any team that's interested in any of these guys? Just to see, nope, nobody interested. All right, so we'll just send them off to the West Coast. Team that might not be great. San Jose, you guys can take them. Just give me a draft pick, why don't you, for these schmuckerinos. Let's see if we can get a 5th round pick from San Jose for these 2 guys. Trade accepted on behalf of the San Jose Sharks. Can't talk today, but we did get a 5th round pick in return for those 2 players. Cool. So we freed up 2 contract spots, which is awesome. And now we can basically go into free agency for our shopping spree just to double check. Yep, so we have 42 out of 50 now. And now we can start our shopping spree here pretty much in free agency because we got a lot of cap space, a a lot of stuff to do here in free agency and hopefully sign a bunch of these players to join our team. So let's start in the back end first. Start on the goaltenders. Let's get our backup situation and our AHL starter under lockdown right away. So, all right. So from looking at the players I saw last time, I kind of want to go out for Calvin Pickard because he's 27. He's relatively young, 80 overall as a backup. We know his actual his overall too as a fringe starter. Yeah, he's got some decent overall points here and there throughout his thing. He's not looking for all too much of a contract either. So I think I'll try to lock him up for 1 year at like 1.6. I think it'd be a decent cap hit there for Calvin Pickard to get him as a backup. So we'll hopefully get him locked down. So that would be nice to get him for a backup. And then we need an AHL starter. Maxime Legacy is 26, 73 overall as a minor league starter. Yeah, let's get whoops, not Gustafson. Let's get Maxime Legacy here. Try to get 2 former Vegas Golden Knights goaltenders here. 2 years at the max AHL deal for Legacy. That's perfectly fine with me. Hopefully he accepts. Now I'll just take a look quickly at potential, see if there's any like really good potential goaltenders that we know of right here. Stezka, terrible with pronunciations as you guys know, but nothing really else too crazy. Vukali's right there. We already went after Calvin Pickard, so it's pretty much just like fringe backups. There's a couple of like high backups right here in Vladar and Cal Peterson. High backup potentials for those 2 goaltenders, but I think we can pass right now. I think we're sitting okay for goaltenders right now. We don't really need to look for anything too crazy. We already drafted one who could possibly be somebody really, really good, so I don't think we need to look for any of them right now, and plus we still have Carey Price. We got our backup and our AHL starter. Goaltenders pretty much locked down. All right, so defensemen, I need to look for lots of AHL D-men and then 1 to 2 maybe defensemen for our regular NHL team. Now, since we lost Dupre to free agency because he wants way, way too much, I was thinking about maybe just upgrading Dupre to a Jake Gardiner type of deal because he's 1 year older than Gardner's 1 year older. He's 2 better overall, and he wants $1 million extra. We have plenty of salary cap space to make it happen. So I think I'm going to try to get Jake Gardiner on our team for at least 2 years. So doesn't look like there's any teams interested in him at the current moment. So I'll up his asking price maybe to like 5.45 for Jake Gardiner for 2 years. So hopefully that'll lock him down. And then is there anybody else that we want to get? I don't think so because we have 2 young guys in we have Mete and Juleson who are going to get better. We also have is it Zaboral? Yeah, we also have Jake Zaboral who's going to be coming up in the minors in a little, maybe 2 years down the line as well, or maybe even 1 year. So I think we're good on like top 6 guys for right now. We were only looking at maybe like top overall players. So Gardner would be nice. I don't think we need like an Alexander Edler. Everybody else is a little bit too much, but now we can just go after AHL defensemen where it stands. So let's look for either depth guys or AHL players. Now let's grab Klaus Dahlbeck. I don't think he'll be all too bad. 1 year at 1.3 for Dahlbeck. Cool, let's get him. Remember, I have 8 contract spots, so that's already 4, so I still have 4 left. Eric Bergdorfer. Sure, why not? Contract type, a 2-way, 1 year. Sure, I'll grab him. And Tucker Pullman is also available as a UFA. Sure, I'll sign Tucker Pullman, why not? 2 years on a 2-way, cool. And then forward-wise, let's see if we can grab Yanni Gord like a bunch of you guys were recommending me try to grab. Because if I can get Yanni Gord, that'd be pretty sick. So we don't know everything about him currently, but 84 overall might be accurate as a 2-way type of forward. What would he do last year for points? He got 30 points in 82 games, which is not bad, plus 2 for Tampa. Obviously, they can't re-sign him because of those like Kucherov and Stamkos contracts are kind of eating up their cap. But if we can sign Yanni Gord for a decent amount, that'd be not bad at all. Vancouver and Ottawa are definitely trying to grab him, so I'll see if I can up his salary, maybe to like 4.850. Let's go let's go with that. 4.850 for 2 years for Yanni Gord. I think that'd be pretty good as a left winger. Maybe put him on the first line. Do we dare try to sign Pacioretty again? That'd be pretty funny. He wants a 6-year deal though. That's gonna be way too much. And then I need maybe like 1 AHL defenseman or 1 AHL forward. Jake DeBruska, those are RFAs. Sorry, let's go to UFAs. Let's go with Heika, Thomas Heika, another Vegas Golden Knight. Why not? Let's just grab all the Vegas Golden Knights here in free agency. He wants that. I don't know if he'll accept this or not. You know, I'll give you the 1-way deal for $950, but then I'll send you down to the minors because that's where I'm going to play you anyway. So I'll just do that for Thomas Heika, and let's just back out right now and let's see if we get most of these guys that we want. So let's advance a couple days here. All right, advance a day. All right, Tucker Pullman accepted, so Pullman's on our team. Klaus Dahlbeck accepted. Yanni Gord has accepted our contract. Awesome. All right, so we definitely grabbed up Yanni Gord from free agency. A bunch of you guys wanted us to grab him, and there you go. Top 6 potential as well. He's only 24, I think, right? He's only 24 years old, so that's a really good grab for us in free agency. Jake Gardner also accepted our contract deal as well. Awesome. All right, so we get another good defensive addition to the squad. Bergendorfer got it. Legacy's good. Heika's good. And Calvin Pickard's good. Okay, so everybody that we reached out for in free agency has accepted our offers. Awesome. Do we have any contract spaces available? Nope. 50 out of 50. We are maxed out on contracts currently right now for the team. So we definitely have to play Yanni Gord. Oh, he was 27. I thought he was 24. But still, 27 years old is not bad. He's still kind of in his prime. It's kind of the age we're looking for right now. It's kind of like a current rental type of player that we can use for our team to help Drouin and maybe Max Domi get some good years out of them. Max Domi also wants a contract extension that I have noticed, so maybe during the trade deadline I'll try to reach out for that. We still have 10 million cap space available currently, but I think we might be good for right now. I need a lot of AHL defensemen, but I think Pullman and that Bergendorfer guy I think would be pretty good for us right now. So let's try to get probably just like the best pro scouts that we have available. I think I need 3 pro scouts and then maybe 2 more extra amateur scouts to lock things down. So let's go for pro scouts first. So NHL. Actually, we'll go for AHL, I guess. There's an A+ coach right here. That would be nice because we can really just sign these pro scouts because there's no scouting budget in this mode that we're doing. So we don't have to worry about scouting budgets either. We should just go out there and sign the best pro scouts that we have that are out there available. So we'll just sign those 2 guys for AHL. Russia scout would always be really good. So Alexander Kuznetsov, we'll just try to grab him for a good bit of time. And then let's see if there was actually, Derek Mckenzie, right? That's Derek Mckenzie, the guy who just retired. Oh yeah, there's also Marian Hossa as well. Should I just sign on Hossa? Is he good anywhere else? Does he have an A? He's good on the AHL, NHL. He's also pretty decent USA West, which is not bad. How about Derek Mckenzie? He's got an A- for USA West. Let's sign on Derek Mckenzie. Why not? Get a former NHL player on our scouting team. Why not? That's pretty awesome. Trading block is set back up the way it should be. Weber, Price, and Andrew Shaw back on the block. Our surplus is looking pretty good there with 3rd and 4th round picks is fine. We're also wanting all the players and all the picks because that's what we want. But as we continue to simulate through free agency here, I definitely want to see if any teams are going to be interested in a Shea Weber or a Carey Price type of deal. Andrew Shaw for a 6th round pick. Yeesh. That's kind of really low there, Ottawa. I'm going to say no to that. Hopefully something better will come around here. Andrew Shaw, a 5th and a 7th for a 4th. No thanks. I'm surprised that Andrew Shaw actually intrigues some teams around here rather than Carey Price or Shea Weber. So a 3rd of Paul Byron for a 3rd from Vegas. So you basically just get rid of Paul Byron's contract and a 3rd for another 3rd. So no thanks, Vegas. All right, guys, so we have made it to year number 2 here to start the preseason. And now this is the fun part where we can start editing up our lines and our rosters so that we can play the players in the preseason that we need to get them played and get them some time. So let's go to roster moves and let's make sure that we have all these guys set to where they should be. Okay, so Vorobyev's going to go up there to the NHL team, which is fine because we need him to get him in some games at least so I can figure out what his overall is going to be. Defenseman, Jake Gardner needs to get into a couple games. A lot of these guys definitely need to get in some games in the preseason just to figure out what their overalls are going to be. Pullman, I think we could just let him play in the regular AHL. We don't really need to do that. Ackerman definitely needs to go up, so let's switch him with somebody. Ackerman and Dahlbeck, you can go down. That's fine. I don't need to know anything about you. I just want to figure out what these guys overalls are going to be. Cozens, we need to get him up, so let's switch him with somebody. Let's switch him with Andrew Shaw. We don't need to get him in the preseason. I think we have a total of 7 games in the preseason, 7 or 8. So for the time being, I'm just gonna play these guys, and then I'm gonna switch around some players just to figure out. So I think 4 games of each, we might be able to figure out some things of where they're actually going to play. So Dylan Cozens is going to get some time here in the preseason up there on the top pair, so he'll definitely play. Armia, let's see, Cozens we already know about. And Kakaniemi's playing second pair, which is fine. Defenseman, we know we need Gardner, Grizzlick, Riley. I don't think we need Mike Riley. We can play Ackerman instead of Riley, just to figure out what his situation is going to be. Price, we don't need to start. Pickard can take a backseat. I want to see what this Vorobyev guy is all about. Timothy Vorobyev, just to start on those couple guys, and then once we figure out what their their overalls and potentials are looking like after a couple of games, we could switch it out with some of the other players just to figure out exactly what overalls they are going to be. So let's go into preseason here. Let's simulate a couple games to start. Okay, we only have 7, so we'll get these guys 4 games to start, and then we'll get the last half of the other guys I want to look at, the other 3. All right, so we walk away with a win there against Ottawa, 1-0 loss to Tampa, 4-1 loss to Florida, but then a 3-2 win over Buffalo. All right, so we should know a couple things about those guys. Let's simulate one day before the Maple Leafs game, and then take a look at those guys in the preseason, so we should know some extra things about them. Paul Byron leading the way for preseason. No wonder people want to trade for him. All right, so let's see. We still don't know much about these guys in overalls at the current moment. Yeah, we still don't have anybody locked down currently. When you do know Dylan Cousins is actually is roughly a 74 overall with medium top 6 potential. So we already knew what his potential was, but now we know his overall is roughly around 74, which isn't bad. He'll definitely get some major time there in the AHL. Ackerman is 62 overall. We don't know his potential. It's like AHL top 2, so that's not looking all too great for him. And then how about the goaltender? Do we know anything about the goalie? Vorobyev, medium elite. We do know he is medium elite, so we got a pretty good deal there in the second round for a goaltender. Roughly 56 overall for him, which is not terrible either. So that's good that we do know that he is medium elite. Awesome. So we can send Vorobyev back down. We'll get Pickard back in there to start some games just so we can figure out what his overall is going to be. Yeah, that's fine. We want to send him back to juniors anyway. Let's let him kick some ass in the juniors this first year because he's 74 overall. He could play the AHL, but I mean, he can't play the NHL team at a 74 currently, so we're not going to let that happen. So he can go back down to juniors, which is perfectly fine. We still have 2 spots open for other players that we want to take a quick look at. We could send up Paling or Senyshyn, anybody else of that sort. Let's see, any other centers? Let's see, anybody else need to get sent down? No. Right wingers, no. Defenders, we already took a look at Ackerman, so he can get sent back down. See if his overall has changed a bit. Yeah, let's call up Zaboral for a couple games. You know what? I'll call up Tucker Pullman as well, just to figure out what his overall is going to be looking like. Let's get Zach Senyshyn some time up here for 3 games. There was Samuel Poulin. There's his overall, as we have found out. Roughly medium top 6, like we found out at the draft. And 70 overall is what he's going to be looking like. So he's going to be in the system. He might be playing AHL time as well. I could send him there, and then he'll get sent back down to juniors as well if we wanted to do that. But I think I'm at the max for skaters currently. So yeah, let's just edit like that. Let's go best lines. All right, let's continue to go along here. The last 3 games of the preseason, and then I will definitely do my roster moves after that last game against the Boston Bruins. So let's simulate up here, just see if we can get some more information on any more of those players, figure out potentials to lock down. And now we can pretty much just go to roster moves, and now we can pretty much assemble the team that way we want to. Pickard and Price and Legacy, McNiven, Primo, and Vorobyev are the goaltenders in the AHL, which is perfectly fine. That's what we want. All right, so Pullman needs to go down. Jacob Zaboral needs to go back down. And I think this is what we're running with for our NHL team. Weber, Gardner, Schlemko, Mente, Grzelcyk, Riley, Juleson, or do I want to send up somebody? Dahlbeck. Yeah, let's call up Klaus Dahlbeck because I want him to be our extra scratch player. And then I think Juleson still is a depth guy, so he might be happy playing as a depth role. Riley is technically a top 6, so he might play. Grzelcyk, so we have Weber, Gardner, Schlemko, Mente, Grzelcyk, Riley. Juleson will be a depth guy, and Dahlbeck will be a depth guy. So we have 8 defenders, technically. Yeah, so we have 8 defenders currently at the time, which isn't bad. We have extra players in case of defense. Juleson doesn't need to go through waivers at the current moment, so if we figure out that his potential and his overall is a little bit less than what it actually is, we can send him back down. So that's currently fine, but he can stay up here for right now. Right wingers, Gallagher, Armias, Sherbak, Senyshyn definitely needs to go back down, so he can go there. Niemi might be a depth forward. I'm not entirely sure. Should I send him down or keep him up here? Okay, I only have 11 forwards, so I need to call somebody up. Andrew Shaw, Delorier, both of you guys get up here because you're the extras, and then Della Rose is also a fourth liner. Okay, so it looks like this is what we're going to be looking at for the NHL team. So Max Domi, Jonathan Drouin, and Brendan Gallagher are all up there. Domi's actually medium elite. Did that change? I don't know if he was medium elite before. He might be. He might have been. I don't know, but he's going to be playing first line time now, which is awesome. Drouin's still in the middle, Gallagher up top. First line's still not that bad. Domi, Drouin, and Gallagher is pretty good. Yanni Gord will be down there on the second pair. He's actually a third line scorer, technically. Well, his role, not sure yet. Do we want Kotkaniemi on the second line? I think I'd rather have Philippe Deneau on the second pair. We're definitely weak in the center department. Armia, I kind of want Sherbak to play with Kotkaniemi. And then Delorier, I guess Andrew Shaw will be right there. Who's scratched currently? Dahlbeck, Lehkonen. Okay, Lehkonen definitely needs to get in there over Delorier. So let's put Arturi Lehkonen in there. Because if Kotkaniemi is actually enough of a good overall, I want him to play with two two snipers. So I'll have Sherbak, Kotkaniemi, and Arturi Lehkonen right there. I actually might put him with Yanni Gord, who's a what is he? He's a two-way forward. Maybe Kotkaniemi, Yanni Gord, and Joel Armia might not be a bad combo right there. Lehkonen, Deneau, and Sherbak. And then is Deneau a playmaker? He's a two-way forward. Is Hudon a playmaker? Hudon's a sniper. I'll pair the sniper with there. Actually, no, I'll put that there. Shaw there. Byron there. And then Delorier is the extra forward, one of the extra forwards. Okay, Gardner, Weber, Juleson, Grzelcyk, Mete, and Riley. Our defense is looking kind of suspect, not going to lie. But once again, definitely did not think we're going to be a good team. Price and Pickard is looking pretty fine for the NHL team. All right, so I think that's what our NHL team is going to look like for the current moment. If there's any line changes that you guys think we should definitely change, let me know, because we're still not 100% sure on all of our players' overalls at the current moment. We definitely need to play them for at least a couple games to see what their overalls and potentials are going to be, because we don't know if Kotkaniemi should be up here or not, or if he should go back down to the AHL or not. I don't know if he's waiver eligible or not. I definitely can check that out. I don't think he is, but I'm not 100% sure. I just want to double check. Kotkaniemi is not waiver eligible. Okay, so we can send him down if we need to. I'll do all the power play stuff and penalty kill stuff later as we go to edit lines now. For our AHL team, it's pretty much going to look like that. Delarose, Chaput, Haika, Senyshyn, Paling, Reichel. I'll take out Grenier. I'll take out Petty. McCarron will be there. Blazil, Jeff Plovs. Yeah, I'll take out most of these guys and play some of the other players that I know should be in there. We don't need to watch that many prospects, but Senyshyn definitely should go on the top line here. I'm going to put Paling on the top line, so that way we have De La Rose, Paling, and Senyshyn on the top line, which I think will be pretty good for us for the top pairing D-man, or for the top pair in the AHL, which would be pretty good. And then for defense, all we need to do is have Zaboral up there on the top defense pair, and that's pretty much it. Goaltenders, we know we have Legacy and McNiven, so we're good on there, and then I'll do all the penalty kill and power play stuff later. Let's go to proposed trade just to see if any of our players have now officially gotten our overalls. Now, it's still a bunch of 3-bar overalls. Actually, we do know a couple players here. Hold the phone. Let's do this really quickly. Let's just take a look at all of our forwards right now. Overalls. Okay, so we do know overalls on some of these players. Yanni Gord is actually only an 82. We thought he was an 84. So it's not as good as a player I thought he was. 4.8 for 2 mil. So it's not as great as I thought he was going to be. Only an 82. So it's not the greatest. Oh, that was that 7th round pick that we had in this past draft. The playmaker, Oscar Nilstorp, in the 7th round. He was actually low top 9 potential, which is pretty awesome. Bachman, medium bottom 6. I saw a defenseman that we know of currently. Yeah, Noah Juleson is actually an 81 overall, which is really good. It's a lot better than what we were thinking. Gardner, we're still not sure of yet. All right, so other than Noah Juleson, that we know his overall is 81 overall, we're still not sure on most of these guys' potentials and overalls at the current moment. So we're probably just going to go right into the season here. Not in this video, because I want you guys to let me know of some line combinations that you think we should do for the NHL and the AHL. AHL is kind of like meh, not really, because we're only looking at a couple prospects here in the AHL that we have to worry about, which would be Paling, Senyshyn, and Zaboral. we're pretty much only looking at those guys to get better. They're the only 3 that we're focusing in on. And for the NHL team, we have to figure out what we do with Kaka and Niemi. Putting him next to guys like Gord and Armia wouldn't be bad. Maybe I should put him next to a guy like Nikita Sherbak, somebody who probably can score goals, but that's for you guys to decide as well, because we need to figure out what these guys are looking at, what our team is looking at, and what these overalls of these players actually are. So we'll definitely know that as we go into the season, and then we should get rolling. So next episode, I'll sort out all the scouting stuff. I'll make sure everybody's going to specific places that they need to be, and then you guys let me know for line combos down below. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys next time for episode number 7. Take it easy. Peace.